All right, AKA Padders, we're live. We're doing something a little bit different today. I upgraded StreamYard. That's my streaming service. I was on the basic, and basic is $20 for the whole year if you buy it in a bundle. I upgraded to Pro. Pro gives us 1080p streaming, which I feel like it's important if we're going to go on this run of traditional comic book inking. Traditional comic book inking is an art form I believe in my heart of hearts. It's not dying, it's dead. I've spent my entire life learning the materials. The materials are quite simple when it comes to traditional comic book inking. It's crow quill and brush. We're also streaming now for the first time on 5 separate platforms. I do have the option in the future to add a couple more. I may add uh, Instagram Live to those streams. So I don't really know yet, but we're also doing this. If you guys are right here, I have longed wanting to do the skyline in my view during these streams. I just feel like I have the most beautiful view of Philly. As of right now, you can see we are knee deep in the snowstorm. I just feel like that helps bring you guys a little bit closer to me, my world, my environment. To get started with inking, we're not here for tutorials. Inking takes too long to master, but my intent is for people to be able to watch these videos and pick up something they can use. And I cannot determine that. I don't know exactly how that works, but I just think in the future and down the road, um, yeah, these videos will be valuable for those reasons. And I just wanted to show this off. So these are two of the cheapest things you can buy in any art supply store. We have Speedball 102 nib. We have a holder, and that's it. We put the 102 into the holder. We get this rock and roll. And you can see that the holder is for 100, 103, and 104. This is a 104 holder. Yeah, so we make this fit because I always like the form factor of this. It's very light. It helps with the longer lines. Yeah, and this is a lot of what we're pushing back against. One of my ideas is to, like, let's just say I had a comic book company, quote unquote. What if that comic book company only did traditional pages, traditional comic book artwork? What if the entire company had that? Now, outside of computer coloring and some other things you can do is, look, uh, digital correction is not, we don't frown on that, but predominantly all of the work is done on traditional comic book pages. Now, give me one moment because we're still here during the workday. I need to test a little bit of the stream out. I want to be able to see it on my big TV, only because I'm just curious of the resolution. So I'm going to move this to the side, and I'm going to see how clear some of this line work is, and then I'll be right back. And cheers to all of you people. It's still the morning. We're still rocking and rolling. And already, I am not happy with those results. Not at all. It's too. It really is. I think it really comes down to uh, if the screen is split. I don't think I don't think my subscription level with StreamYard uh, It could be my bandwidth. When it comes to Comcast, I am maxed out. I get the highest everything. I also kind of need that for work. Let's just get into it. So below here, though, we have some character design for Grok Comics. We'll be doing a lot of character design and character drawing coming up as well. And this is really the the beginning of me streaming for this year. Uh, that's exciting because I love streaming. I love hanging out with you guys. I made so many good friends when it comes to uh, people coming into the chat, people being friendly, people giving me a chance, and you know, this I feel I really in my heart of hearts, I really feel these ones here with the inking are absolutely important because um, like who does, like who's committed to comic book inking anymore? I feel like to a lot of pros, the guys I grew up reading and studying, they abandoned it, abandoned traditional comic book inking, like the first chance they got, because it's not a guarantee. You don't know what you're going to get a lot of times. It's tricky, it's uncertain, but the results are unmeasurable. So I just want to do this here. I don't want to promote anything. I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, of course, anyone that pops in and wants questions answered, sure. So some of this we are going to uh, monitor this. This is one of the first time in a while that I am insanely eager to check out the replay for this or what's available because we're we're at a new service level with StreamYard. I want to test the audio, the visual. Just want to see how everything turns out today. And that's a little bit of where some of the daytime streams, the luck of those come in. Because everything that happens at the drawing desk is a little bit more forgivable during the day. But we're in the good zone now. Yeah. We spent some time this morning just between MailChimp and StreamYard and the online store. We got some orders coming in. Just really good stuff all the way around. We still have to do work on promoting Uzi Susie. I'm holding back on some of that. And of course, Trial by Fire is getting colored at such a rapid rate. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that TBF has momentum like that. And the momentum for TBF is going to flow right into TBF 2. But I'm always back and forth on TBF because I kind of want to kill off some of the characters. So you guys can see here. See that? These blotches. That's me just getting too anxious and working too fast. If this was a original, would have been shot. You don't make those mistakes when you have originals. There's a little bit more leeway when you're working off of a blue line print, but not much though, because you do want to approach it the same exact way. Yeah, and guys, we are critics of Rob Liefeld because that's whose artwork we're working on here for his Evangeline Prophet crossover, Maximum Press. when he's away from Image. He had left Image Comics by this point, and but people kind of forget the the breakup of Image was. I don't want to say it was shocking. It was definitely newsworthy for the time, but uh, Liefeld had such a tough reputation when it comes to just late books and things like that. Mostly his initial Young Blood, like Young Blood Volume 1 and Deathmate Red, right? I think those were the ones that people uh, really just labeled as bad news for him. But he upset a lot of the industry just from the retailer level. So the retailers were just really um, laying on him at the comic shop. No one kind of, no one liked. So when he left Image for Maximal Press, uh, at that time they were just viewed as like more indie books from the late guy, and it's stinks because Maximum Press, quality wise, they downgraded uh, what the actual paper was, became a little bit more newsprint, less gloss, less of a heavy stock, and which was very economical. Marvel kind of did something very similar at the time. I can't speak 1,000% on what DC was doing. Yeah, you can't be a historian on every aspect, but the work that came from Maximum, uh, I think, is more of Liefeld than what Extreme was, and a lot of people just they gravitate towards Liefeld and Extreme. But to me, it's Maximum Press is the far truer uh, publishing house than what Extreme was. And I want to say Extreme might have been the second or third publisher of the time, just as of what those books were doing. Uh, the rate of them selling, the rate of the pre-orders, and that is nothing but impressive. Because some of the Image guys, kind of if you compare him to like Sylvester's house, Top Cow, and Jim Lee's Wildstorm Productions, which we do the show on called Wildstorm Wednesdays, the long form study of the 90s publishing powerhouse. The one thing you would see with Wildstorm Wednesday is that there is a degradation of quality. And you can really make that same argument for Extreme and Maximum. But the real difference, though, is that the ideas of the Maximum and Extreme characters and books they resonated a lot differently. People just seem to really enjoy what they thought those characters like were. Characters like Prophet. Guys, we have a we have a bot. We have a bot. So we it's been a little bit since we got a bot. Now I can block this user, right? How do I block this guy? I don't know. And I should be able to delete that, but I can't. I cannot. Where are my options here? Interesting. All right. But yeah, and I don't know. I just really view. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, AKA first. Yeah, and let me go check the TV. I still want to check the stream. Sorry, guys. It is a work day. People are working from home. They're blowing up our phone. So I cannot get this comment to get removed. I guess it must be from. Oh, it's from Twitch. That's why. That's why. All right, let's get back into it. Had some ink bleed while I was on the phone there. So two things that are happening. The nibs are getting clogged because they are seasoned, we'll say, and the ink could be a little bit airy. Airy means it's just been sitting in the air a little bit too long. Yeah, see, we got a nice little blotch here, ugly blotch. I'm gonna get back to it, All right, we may have to upgrade our ribs here real quick. We may just scrap all of these. So let's just kind of, we're losing two nibs. Let's get into it. Right here. Let's just, Jamie. Jamie, good morning, bud. Jamie, can you help me? How's the visual? How's the audio? Let me know what you're seeing. Let me know what you're hearing. Check your Facebook messages. I did respond to you today, but it's been a busy day because people are working from home. If you want a look at Philly, right here. Welcome to it. There we go. And these ones are a little bit more. Already loving it. Let's go. A little nib goes a long way. You know what? That is, we're lost the lines there. I'll rewind. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, I didn't draw this. This is Rob Liefeld. We're kind of working on this cover here, but we're just doing traditional comic book painting. Um, yeah, just to clarify, but Jamie, we will be. I want to do a round of your characters. That card page you sent looks fantastic, dude. Bravo. But hey, don't shy away. Uh, I would say if you can, like structure your pages. Maybe try and work on them in two ways. Color and black and white. I just love black and white comics. I love black and white artwork so much. I always just try and push that on people because I feel like it sharpens the blade more than most comic book styles. I just feel like black and white kind of really structures the artist. What it requires from the creator is more than color. To really kind of make a black and white comic book work, I just feel like it's next level stuff. And yeah, it's just me though. Those are my opinions. But I know a lot of people that shy away from black and white artwork. Like they need their books colored, they need this, they all these bells and whistles. But we're just trying to get like a little bit going here. Yeah, so Jamie, I'm gonna try and hit your characters this weekend. Okay. Um I'll reach out to you both ways that we communicate. Um, but it's like my Facebook business messenger for my business page. I still have all of these little like issues with it, and I don't want to say it crashes my phone, but getting the business manager or the business messenger and the personal account messenger in sync on my phone is crazy. Um, it's just like a little bit too much work to get that going. Maybe I'm not doing something right. I probably should sit down and figure things out. But Jamie, thank you both. So I'm kind of eating myself into a hole here because we got wetness here and we got wetness over here. So it's just now I wanted to do as much of this live as possible. But this is a new series, and the really like the big intent for this is to do as many pieces, different styles as possible, as much live as possible. But there's going to be difficulty because you can't. I can't just work on the same piece forever live. Sometimes I'm going to have to sit down here, uh, you know, hanker down and just get stuff done without being live. And that's what I hate. Yeah, too realistic, dude. There's online debates about that right now, and I gotta say, um, there's a, a potential. Maybe there's a video about that coming. Um, I was going to take advantage of some of the non 9 to 5 time that I have today because, as you can see. We're in a severe snow day, so Philly is shut down. Philly is closed for the day. Yeah, and I do feel like there's something subliminal that happens when you see digital art. And it's just funny to me because, the people that act like it's not a big deal, well, they're the ones that need it. Yeah, like there is like a lack of quality, and most of it is like kind of like a giant gaslight. Microphone is popping in and out. Yeah, let me see. I don't know if I can fix that. Let me switch. Edit mic settings. All right, let me see. Yeah, dude. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if the audio. The audio could be bandwidth. I don't know. It could be coming from my Wi-Fi. But anyway, yeah, like it's almost just like it's hard to defend uh the 3D tracer. Like it really is. And some of these people, I think like you get what you pay for. And if it's someone that uh is looking to kind of make a quick buck, comics is not for everyone. It's really not. And there's even when you're making money, comics is it's painful. It's a labor of love, even when you're making bank. And we really have to be honest. There's few people that make bank making comics. You know, technically, companies with major resources and capital like IDW, Doc Comics, right? Like these individuals have so much more resources than you or me, and you know, like they go belly up, and you can kind of go through a lot of companies that have gone under, and you can kind of say, uh, is it like a lack of quality? Is it like a lack of understanding the marketplace? Is it not taking advantage of properties that they've had or talent that they've had? Is it part of everything leaning away from the artist nowadays. These are really big things to consider. I don't think the comic book journalists or commentators do enough to track this. Like everything I just said there, I don't think they. I think they do a little bit of a disservice. I think they confuse what the conversation is. Yeah, I gotta wait. Yeah, I'm still waiting for this little area to fully dry. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, yeah. Snowstorm. Jamie, you might be right. The snowstorm might be interrupting. Yeah, Uzi Susie. I just want to get. We're at a couple pages. I just need to get a couple pages deep into issue 3, which I really haven't done the full run at. But basically, the new Uzi Suzy packages will be the trading cards, the stickers, the mini poster, issue 2, first printing, issue 1, third printing, and uh, a at-home ash can for issue 3. So, yeah. But part of the whole of Uzi Suzy is the newsletter. I need to get my newsletter in order. That's the big, that's the big task right now. And people who have these things, they act like they're quick and easy, but they're not. You know, yeah, we might be dealing with old ink here now. So some of these super lines, we'll call them, they will be, and by super lines, I just mean they're almost like more of a shading line. I may double them up with brush. There you go. Yeah, I mean, like, it's tough, like, Jamie, like, you do look like a level of ego in your production, in your company, in your work. I think sometimes when it comes to this stuff, I think ego is pride, and you have to take pride into what you do. You have to be willing to fight for it, you have to be willing to fight off competitors, people that kinda give you cheap shots, that come for the knees. But at the same time, the ego should also enable growth, enable friendship, even enable disagreements for the quote unquote, what we would call the greater good. So it kind of goes both ways. And I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I think when you add the online space, because things are immediate, I think it becomes more ego than anything. I think ego wins when you're online, and that's a little bit like maybe that was a little bit of the point of my one recent video. Like we have to remove the ego from a lot of this stuff. At this point, things get a little bit too wonky, and I do believe they're a little bit wonky. So, who was it? Sybil, John Sybil. He took the bait. He shaded this area, and I don't know if this area needs cross hatching. I'm trying to really determine. Yeah, but ego enables growth. It really does. But you gotta be good with it. So some of this is to make out the babe's hair. This is going to be nice. Well, before we do that, let me just get some of this. Some of this has been bothering me right here. Just trying to see where Mr. Liefeld indicated some of his veins here. We're just going to get cleaned up with white out. Yeah, and I did pencil some of this just to bring out some of these blue lines to help me decide what looked good and what didn't. And I'm probably going to do a little bit of a studio style, extreme studio style shading here for Prophet's deltoid. And the reason for that is, like, it works. We know it's a good solution. and it's really kind of like the Stephen Platt style deltoid. Now, over here, we got to change for some nice contours because we do have a shadow indicated, right? But then we're going to cut it here and cross hatch up or cross hatch down. So some of these lines also are placeholders. They're not permanent. They're not intended to be. These lines will be corrected post cross hatching. And the reason for that is, like you just don't know sometimes. So you have to kind of go backwards and forwards at the same time. So this area right here, like the tricep, might, that's tough. That's not being communicated to me right now. So we got to make that to some degree. Yeah, Jamie, I don't do Comic Cons. I haven't done the comic book convention and had a table in 20 something, 30 something years, maybe 20 years. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know. I just view that as like just I'd rather put the time into and the money into growing online and kind of getting a presence for myself. I think I'm way more valuable in that fashion. Some people, I think a lot of the community, quote unquote, community around conventions are just lonely men that they don't have friends and they don't want to join the gym. No, you can share tables. You can split a table with someone. I mean, I would most likely do that. Sharing a table will probably would be way more fun. I just don't view the money exchange as as uh worthwhile. That's the factor too. I mean, if I could go to a convention, I know I would, definitely have like a pop. Like that's where I would start to consider. And that doesn't mean that they may not come. It very well could, Jamie. All right. we go. I already put my hand in something. Oh, very cool. Neck 3 cons. Awesome. Any idea which one's cool? Getting a little bit too much uh bleed here with some of this line work. Like it's just not uh ink's not flowing 100%. And that's a my problem. So my question is, when it comes to the quality of Liefeld pencils, I wonder what level this is. I mean, it was a low resolution, but in my opinion, this is more of a detailed because they're I have things to figure out because it's low res. If it wasn't low res, though, I feel like I would be able to work a hell of a lot quicker if this was high res. You like to push the book and everything, right, Jamie? Jamie, commit commit to online though. You have to you have to uh get obsessive with making content. You have to put yourself out there. Uh you kind of have to do online also. But Jamie, yeah, I mean, if you end up near Philly, let me know. Maybe we could get a table. All right, like we are getting Fatal J. Fatal J. Fatal J's first comment is hold up. Let's just jump to the next. Yeah, dude. Yeah, just yeah, like Fatal. If you want to, yeah, like if there's any type of share folder you have with just like what the characters are, you know, like that would be awesome. I mean, like, dude, honest to God, like I would get started on the cover like right away. So, and I don't care what we do about the you know, the financial situation. Jay, dude, I was watching you though. You were on. Who were you on? Yellow Flash or Umbrella Guy? You were on one of them with the drama. And dude, I don't know. Right? Like, I do want to do I definitely want to do a response video, or not a response, like my commentary video on Ripa doing anything when it comes to um the Alex Ross comparison. I saw a little bit of that video. I do want to watch the whole video. Um, like Ripa does, he does make a point though in that I want to address, and I kind of want to further that. But dude, like things are coming apart, dude. Yeah, and it's so funny too because that will be coming. That's a response video, and I've already done, right. I already did Iron Man 1. And the things that Iron Man 1 reveals to what got mined later, especially for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and not to mention that's one of the best versions of the Hulk ever. It's maybe the most underrated version of the Hulk. It's insane. Um, some of Portacio's storytelling quirks, like the big negative spaces, like you can make comments on that, but the overall quality, dude, like that Iron Man 1 crushes everything those two fools ever put out. Yeah, I was on Yellow Flash. Yeah, yeah, dude, like crazy. Like I don't want to say it's crazy, but these, I'm not joking, right? These just are, yeah. Maybe I'm doing a better job of tracking it because I kind of don't track everything. I'm really bad at the drama stuff, but I don't understand what any of the shock is because these are the same arguments you get in comic shops. I'm not joking. Like you hang around a comic shop long enough, people will argue these same things. Dude, Jamie, I'll tell you one thing. Spending 5,000 to make 13 is bad business. That's bad business. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's look, it's same here, but I also feel like um there's things to be addressed. And I think maybe if there's like another level of clarity, I'll sacrifice people getting upset with me otherwise. And maybe that's not the best move. But I don't know. I just sometimes I just feel like it's better to uh, be really honest. And I think when it comes to EVS, Ripa, and even Yellow Flash, a lot of them are right and they're wrong in spots. And there is no side. And that's maybe like what the point of my one of my most recent videos. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. Dude, I will always reference it. What's it? The issue 3 cover where the Hulk it's like this, like Iron Man's here, and the Hulk is like this on Iron Man. Dude, unbelievable cover. Tony Stark's uh like the introduction of Tony Stark in that, I don't understand how you don't see that in Iron Man, the movie, because he certainly, dude, I get it. He was always like a playboy in the comic, but a lot of times the only benefit for reboots is you get to track a little bit of how do we start this, and some of these reboots that Marvel, the Ultimate Heroes Reborn, uh, delivered the concept of how do we bring this to people. The regular continuity books did not do that, and it's easier to go to the reboots. I would say for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC is a whole other can of worms. I don't think this scenario relates, but I would definitely say the the birth of Iron Man in that Heroes Reborn led to that franchise more than anything. But these are unpopular opinions, and you're called crazy. You have them. Yeah, dude. And then I've just been taking notes on the Top Cow stuff. So I got Top Cow stuff like book wise coming already. So, but I kind of was like, like we need to set some of this up. Like, how do we set up Top Cow Tuesday? Right. Like, let's answer that question. And in my exploration of such, uh, I kind of decided to do um, to restart Wildstorm Wednesdays. So we're going to have Wildstorm Wednesdays 2.0, and that's going to follow the same exact path as what I do with Top Cow Tuesday. So it's gonna be Top Cow Tuesday, Milestone Wednesday, and the 2 of them are going to overlap at times. They're gonna be complementary episodes. Uh, I would like to return to doing some live streams with those, maybe with some of the unboxings, but I just feel like, uh, Top Cow Top Cow Tuesday is not just about Marks the Vestry, it's not just about Witchblade and Cyber Force. It's also gonna be heavy on the talent that came up through Top Cow, and, I want to compliment on this parallel with Wildstorm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly, dude. Fatal J. Thank you, thank you. No, dude, well, like, here's, like, the thing, Jamie. Ripa's brand, if you wanna say, like, his online personality the co they're all actors, right? Like, we're actors, I'm an actor. Uh, I think Ripa has to, maintain something, and I think he would be doing his fans in service if he wasn't, uh, reactionary, and people like that. It's a tough truth, but people like reactionary content. Yeah, everyone loves Michael Keaton in the, new Flash movie, like, everybody. Like, it's so depressing that movie went the way it did, though. Yeah, I got your DM. Those are coming, buddy, so don't even bother. And that's a little bit of what I so here's the thing, there's not a lot of product connected around Wildstorm outside of, like, one trading card, they had the trading card run, one toy line, and that's almost it. Top Cow dabbles a little bit better in a lot of these different areas. So, we may see a Fathom statue unboxing. We may see, some statue unboxings also with Top Cow Tuesday, and that's a little bit of I just feel like you can't talk about Top Cow without talking about Wildstorm. There's so many similarities, there's so many overlaps, just in a lot of the technique to publish. And we're going to make those correlations. And, it's really going to be for the diehards. So I'm trying to structure my content around, like, honest to God, Jay, like, Taylor and Talk Cow Tuesday to people like you, which will be like this small, and then, doing something bigger, better stuff. So it's me working like triple overtime, but I like doing it, dude. Sometimes when I'm working on stuff, I just sit down and smile. I'm just so happy to like do a video to publish something, to get something out there. Like it just I love it. I really do. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, and like that's but good on Turner, dude. Like uh that's the reason why Tough Cow is important because like they're responsible for Fathom. Like that's my opinion. And we always want to take the artist away. But if you develop someone under someone's roof, while you're pretty much exclusive with them, they have it. Like they own it. And Top Cow and Michael Turner, they did a lot together. Top Cow brought up Michael Turner. They trained him. They fed him. They paid his rent. They paid his car. They sent him to judo class, skiing, all this other stuff, right? And they own, in my opinion, they own a big chunk of Adam, if not all of it. But the interesting point is that Turner was able to, right, negotiate, be Michael Turner, make concessions new golfers, right? Like they saw the deal, and Fathom spinning out of that company, uh, it would be it's as significant if J. Scott Campbell spun Gen 13 out of Wildstorm. None of these other studios have anything to compare to what you would call to like the rise of Fathom. And that's geez, dude, like no one talks about that, right? Yeah, dude, I'm just yeah, like and some of it is just I just enjoy it. I really do. Um, it kind of gets my rocks off when uh when I'm like kind of working on a opinion and I kind of know a lot of people are not there. And I do see a lot of that. And I'm not bragging, I'm not tooting my own horn. It's really just the way how I look at the work I do. And people like like people like you are a part of it, dude. You know, like it's a big deal. I do feel like when it comes to comic book stuff, being able to do the comic book work lends to having a good perspective, we'll say. It adds some credibility. Yeah, and it's fun, dude. Yeah. Throughout these years, I've had a lot of people tell me they tried it, they couldn't get traction. And did you guys see that? That's me not paying attention. That's me talking. And I don't have anything here to uh, pick that up with. I got no paper towels and coupons in arm's reach. Perfect. So here's what you can do. A little bit of a you just get a brush and try and soak it up and remove it. You can at least reduce the blot this way. That's fine. This is manageable. Blots are the worst. So the blot probably is from my ink being a little bit too thick. So good thing this isn't the original because I feel like I butchered it. Give me 1 second, guys. I may have to do something. Sorry, people. Hey, we're still in. We're still doing 9 to 5 work here. So this is a lot to dump out, but I'm feeling I have to make the call. See, we're not in a in a flow state here. So give me 1 second, everyone. I will be back. Uh, yeah, dude. the like everything with McFarlane and Angela, probably other characters and cases. I think there's a real reason why Spawn just really doesn't have any good characters. Spawn has zero good supporting characters outside of like what you saw in the initial run. Everything from issue 1 through 100, 10 years of Spawn. They got through it, but they tried to introduce like the vampires that came in post Spawn 100. Uh, it goes to show you how difficult it is to get characters that stick. And I think these guys realize that. I think they realize, like when Jim Lee can draw the X Men, do what he did, and then he draws the X Men and calls them Wildcats, and it kind of duds out. You have to be paranoid. When you see that, I get it, the money's there. But when you see that those characters really don't take off, and Spawn really become like I would say Spawn and Shadow were the two image books that people immediately said yes. When you see how difficult that is, and when someone does something similar that takes off underneath you, you fight tooth and nail to keep it. And it's not just the artist when it comes to characters taking off. It's the components of it, character design, color, attitude, the brain, what's associated with it. I don't know, AKA Patterson. Gabby Nova coming in. Look at that, dude. Gabby. That means a lot to it. It really does. You know, yeah, and Mark's the best over here. Yes, Turner was hot, dude. Like people, uh, like here's the thing: was Michael Turner, J. Scott Campbell, and Joe Mad the last three superstar artists in comics, right? That's the truth. Oh, we got a question from Fatal J. Fatal J just got a sub. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, dude. Fatal J, if you want to do for Ninja Blast, if you want to lay out like something like a short story, backup story, prologue, and epilogue, uh, send it over. Okay, send it over. Fatal J. Yeah, Fatal J, dude. Fatal J. The reason why I pay attention to Fatal J is because he actively creates. I that I just feel like that has to be a new requirement. If you're going to commentate, actively actively create, and it's not just creating content. Um, yeah, and I do feel like that's why guys like Yellow Flash and Umbrella guy being right here, who your boy here did one of his logos. Um, you have to create outside of content. You just do. And I don't think there's anything you do with the money, but sometimes the heartache's not worth it with the time you put in. I just think it's a credibility position, it's a credibility argument, and it should be noticed. Give me 1 second. I need to I gotta dump this out. We're gonna refill my ink. Gonna go on mute real quick, and I'll be right back. Cheers, everyone. So, one of the least describe some of what was happening. So, when the ink when ink dries, when it's see, so usually I keep my ink in jars like that. Okay? I don't keep them in what they come in. I get the industrial ink like this. Okay, Speedball Super Black. I'm pretty aggressive with dumping this out. I used to hold on to it, treat it like gold. The ink needs to be very loose. It needs to be loose and as new as possible to work with the Pro Quill, but you want it a little bit thick. So you have to let it air out. You have to let it evaporate some. So the pigment stays, right? The moisture gets released. If you ever done any type of baking, cooking, if you want to know the difference between stir-fried rice and regular rice, these are some of the principles, right? Stir-fried rice gets refrigerated. You make the rice a day ahead. You refrigerate it, or you refrigerate your noodles. You take those noodles, you take that rice out the next day, and you stir fry it. The moisture is released, so when it hits the oil, it doesn't get all mushy and sticks to the pan. In a way, we're doing the same thing with ink. So the ink here is going. Oof, man, we just got more ink on this piece right here. This is crazy. I'm being so sloppy. But we do want the ink to the top so we can hit it. But we're only going to use about like you're only going to use a quarter of this until it starts to thicken up, and then you have to dump it and redo it. So you do have to make a little bit of a investment when it comes to using your ink. You have to use it, reuse it. So spending the time for industrial level canisters of ink, I would say do it. And then there's other factors too. When you use crow quills, you want them bent a certain way, you want them to move up a certain way. There's just a lot when it comes to comic book painting. That's why people do keep doing it, and they get nervous. So this is already, but we'll see. You know, some of this could be the crow quill. Raphael. Excuse me, Benelson. Guys, I'm still sick, by the way. Isn't that crazy? I'm still sick from early November. See you, bud. Yeah, so here we go. So this is oh yeah. Hey guys, send me a naval comical historically accurate script. I'll draw it. I don't care. I'll draw it. Yeah, Dave Finch, Turner, Benitez, Philip Tan. Yeah, Rockefeller was the last one, right? Then yeah, Tyler. Right, Tyler came a little bit before. Are we kind of maybe like can we connect Talent Caldwell to Top Cal? Also, even though Talent came up through Fathom. Uh, yeah, and then we have colorists, and we'll have inkers also to be discussed. So 1,000%, Jay. But who's the two-headed dragon in that, right? It's going to be Dave Finch, and it's going to be Michael Turner. You know, and the crazy thing is that uh, no one really had the impact that Turner had. But dude, if you look at that new book that Silvestri just put out with DC, and if that doesn't convince you that Silvestri was the true talent when it comes to uh, the founders of Image, I don't know what will at that point. because that Dark Knight book is bonkers, dude. That thing looks so freaking good. Uh, you just you just see that he's on a whole other level, and rightfully so. 'Cause I always said Silvestri was the true talent at Image. He was more consistent and regular before Image, and he was when he worked on books. He was after. I don't know though. Like he kind of fell into like that 3 issue disease where like Inferno seems like it was 3 issues. Eva with Mark Wade was about 3 issues. Even like what was it, Savage Hulk or Indestructible Hulk? Maybe he drew like 3 issues of that. Yeah, Talent. Oh, yeah, yeah. Talent's great, dude. Like Talent. Square faces, but he had the right interest, dude. Like, and he had some of those like, uh, he was almost like Herberto Ramos with proportions, but then still Turner with the line work. His I always liked his proportions. I don't know why. Oh no way, Jamie. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I'll have to check that. I'm not really familiar with Nobi. We'll leave that out. And look, now we get just what are we doing with this? We are not keeping this clean at all. It's subliminal. I'll be honest. It's subliminal because I'm not working with real pencils here. This is what you can do when your blue line your blue line ink. So like I said, shading here, potentially. I'm not for it. I think it would just disguise. So we may bring it up a little, but we have to approach this as if like Liefeld gave us this to ink. Like you have to respect where the lines are, what the intent is. We do that first, and everything else comes second. And sometimes you gotta kind of like walk that line. So we're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna add some other directional lines crosshatch wise. Dude, I got so much cleanup work to do on this. See, what am I doing? I'm not even like focusing. And it's not just no, it's not even being live. I'm just thinking about so many other things right now, and I don't know why. We're getting there, though. We're making a little bit of progress, right? There is a lot to wipe out that's going to fix this. But no different. A lot of times when you see original comic book artwork, you say to yourself, like you're like, holy shnikes, this is how they did it. You know, the issue is when you're working optically, your correction and the way how you fix some of the artwork is, like obviously like maybe more purposeful. Unbelievable. I am just, it's like I can't touch or handle this piece. I'm just mentally not there. What the hell? So we got something here to kind of work with finally. These are going to get cross hatched. They're going to get cross hatched down. Up, was it? I kind of want to cross hatch these up. And then we'll do a couple here. We may have to up everyone, just so you guys know. So, like for example, like we can kind of we are getting some, and you go back and forth because you want some of the lines to be consistent, right? And that's an open term, right? It's hard to track that. It's hard to identify it. It's hard to know what to do once you see it. Then we're still going to add hair. Guys, so add all the hair to this side of profit. So some of this, we just have to wipe some of this out right now while we're all here. So you guys can see how much of an idiot I am in real time. This is what I mean. There's like so less of a process when it comes to line correction. The all or nothing days, some of this stuff will have been work. Trust me. I mean, some of it looks like, oh, that doesn't look bad. It just gets down to the point where to be like, where to piss off Mr. Liefeld. Then I would say yes, because it would piss me off. Some of it too is like, I bet with some of this artwork, they rushed it. Like they rushed painting it, they rushed it going to color by the time he like showed up at his Porsche, and then it's like, oh, he sees it on the computer screen, right? Like great job, extremers. And then it's like, you see the original and you're like, oh my god, that's my life. But all right, everyone, let me get going. I got to take some congestion pills. I got everything in my sinuses right now again. Rock and roll. Love you guys. We got so much more coming. Jamie, if you're watching, listening, I will be at your channel and I will be on your channel. Same goes for you, Fatal J.